Okay, it's Thursday. I think I've got the flu that the cat had, but I'm going to start doing some real quick daily stuff and then wrap it up on the weekend. This is just kind of where things are right now on the main table for all the plants. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so it's Monday morning about 10. Yesterday it rained, so there wasn't a whole lot to say. I guess it's about time to do a little update though. As you can see, we've got the plants as they are here. And there's one visitor to the garden here, aside from Stinker. Is this, I'm not even sure what kind of plant it is, but it's one of the ones that is sort of a community plant. It's been down in the courtyard and the leaves were all starting to kind of curl up and die, so I decided to bring up here where it's going to get a bit more sun. So that's my visitor. Tomatoes, really not a whole lot more progress, and for those that were kind of wondering, okay, yeah, maybe up here, maybe I could cut some of this down. I'm still not sure if I want to, but ultimately down below, that's where I've still got one little bloom there. So we'll see what that turns into, if anything. Over here, the lima beans still holding up, and let's see, down on this end the other lima beans holding up, and as it turned out I had planted another pole bean in there and forgot about it, so that one sprouted up during the week. The flowers are doing pretty much okay. I can probably get you a better view. That's probably a little bit better. So they're doing okay. Haven't really seen any sprouts from the new seeds, so we'll see about that. And speaking of that, I've got more seeds coming in the mail for some interesting plants, and I'll detail you when I finally get them planted. Okay, it's Tuesday morning, and I'm starting from the east side of the garden. I guess that kind of makes it sound a little bit bigger, huh? But there are some developments, as you can see. There's nothing on the railing. That's because the painters have showed up, and the painters have scraped all the fascias. This is an apartment building, so this kind of thing does happen, and that's why I can't make my garden permanent. I can't make a permanent attachment to the railing. So I have taken all of my stuff that was on the railing, and it is all over here for the moment. So that's pretty much the developments, and since they've scraped and ground all the fascias and they're going to be painting it all, we didn't want to have anything actually dripping into the garden, so I removed all of that. I moved the ones that were up along the railing here, and they're up here and over here. So that's pretty much it. I don't know why my camera keeps cutting out on me, but that's pretty much it for today, and I'll update you once I get everything put back. Okay folks, still Tuesday, and now that I've finally squished a particularly nasty programming bug, I came out to the garden to do a little bit more work and got a couple of surprises. Now while the painter's still at it, I decided, okay, I'm going to go through all of my pots here, and I'm going to go underneath, and you can see I've got little trays underneath, and they were collecting an awful lot of water, so I decided, alright, I'm going to get the water, I'm going to put it all together basically into one little tea bucket, if you will. Which is just an old large ice cream container. Anyway, so this is one of the pea plants, one of the bean plants I should say. As you can see, it's got a B on there, so that would be the pole beans. And so as I was emptying this stuff out, I lifted it up and I looked underneath, and there's roots already. Considering that these were only planted on the 20th and it is now February 1st, that was just a surprise to me. Anyway, there's one more thing. Having moved all my plants over here temporarily, I decided to also pour some of the tea, if you will, out from under. Some of these planters, these flower boxes, actually have a tray underneath, and so that's what I was emptying out from some of those. Basically, I'm just saying, looking at all of this, this is a perfect opportunity for me to redistribute the plants. Since they're off the railing, I'm not hanging over the railing trying to do it. So that will probably be today or tomorrow. I'll try and do that. That'll also free up some spots, like this one box just has a little bit in it, and that'll allow me to plant some of the new seeds. Oh, and one more thing that I almost forgot. I was looking at the tomato, and there were some questions, but unfortunately here is the bud that I was looking at. It has fallen off on its own, it appears, unless it's one of those nasty little grasshoppers that we get around here. So this plant may be doomed. It doesn't look like, it looks like there's a little bit more right up at the very, very top here. So we'll see if that turns into anything. If not, then I'm probably just going to cut this down and reuse this planter.